Okay, we'll look at 3 and 4 of graphical motion models here. Alright, here we start with the written description. The object's going to start close to the motion detector, so I'm going to say that that's about here. It moves at a constant moderate speed in the forward direction for several seconds, so that's going to be in the positive direction and not too terribly slanted. It then stops for a few seconds. Okay, if it's going to stop, that means its position does not change, but the time does, so we have a flat line. And then it returns to the starting point, so I should end up at the same x at about the same slope, so we're going at about the same speed here, another moderate speed. Okay, so if I look at the velocity changes, I want to make these timescales line up. Okay, so I start going here with a constant positive slope, which means I have a constant positive velocity. Here my slope is 0. The value is positive, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't say anything about the velocity. The slope there is 0, so the velocity here is 0. And here I have a moderate negative velocity, so it's going to be negative and about as far here as it is here. So the speed is about the same. Okay, so motion map, we start in the positive region, and we moved in the positive direction. We moved in the positive direction. We moved in the positive direction, and then I sat still, so I'll show that by just moving upward here so I can not have my dots on top of each other. Then I came back at about the same speed, so my dots are about the same distance apart. Alright, in 4 we start with a position graph again. Here we start at a negative location and we're going in the positive direction fairly quickly because that's fairly steep. Then we come back the other way towards the origin more slowly. So if I look at the velocity graph, what I have here is a constant positive slope that's fairly high. So I want a constant positive value that's fairly high. And over here I have a lower, in terms of absolute value, negative velocity. So this slope is constant negative and not that extreme, so I should have a constant negative, fairly low value. So what I have is that we start from a negative position, whatever that means in terms of our coordinate system. The object moves quickly in the positive direction, whatever we have set that up to be, and then turns to move more slowly in the negative direction. So in a motion map, we're starting over here. We go fairly quickly, so there's a lot of space between dots. And we do not sit still at all. We turn back around, but we go more slowly, and we end up at the origin.